This has major implications for the Dallas Mavericks. As we all know by now, the other day against the Sacramento Kings, Kyrie Irving went down in the first quarter with what they first called a left knee sprain, leaving a lot of fans hopeful that maybe it isn't too serious, maybe Kyrie will come back in a few weeks and everything will be fine. But then the next day, Shams came out and let us all know that Kyrie Irving did in fact tear his left ACL. He will require surgery and will be out for at most a year's time. But that same night, the Dallas Mavericks had another hit to their roster as Jaden Hardy went down with a right ankle sprain later that game, the same injury that he just came back from. But the new reports are showing how that game may have been Jaden Hardy's last game as a Dallas Maverick. So in this video, we're going to take a look at all the reports surrounding Jaden Hardy, what's actually going on with him, who should we go to instead of Jaden Hardy moving forward, and what should the Dallas Mavericks actually do over the summer. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. Before we get started with today's video, make sure you check us out on Spotify. If you don't want to watch me every single day, but you still want to listen to me, make sure you go to Spotify. Check out the link in the description below. Search in Mavs Digest. Make sure you give me a follow, and I'd appreciate it greatly. But as we all know, the Dallas Mavericks, or as many people are calling us, the Hospital Mavericks, just can't seem to catch a break. The other night against the Milwaukee Bucks, the Mavericks only had 9 players available to play, and of course we lost that game. And with many games still ahead, as we have about 18 games left in the season, the Dallas Mavericks are going to rack up more losses as we just don't have players available. We're going to find out shortly who is ready to come back, but at this moment in time, we don't know what the future looks like as far as availability, as whenever somebody comes back, someone seems to get hurt. And just a recap of what has happened with the Dallas Mavericks the other day against the Sacramento Kings, the next day actually after that game, Shams came out with a tweet saying, breaking, Dallas Mavericks All-Star Kyrie Irving has suffered a season-ending torn ACL in his left knee. Sources tell ESPN, and that was really just the dagger. That was just the nail in the coffin to just seal the deal. Kind of just put it out there that our season's pretty much over. In a video that I dropped just the other day, I went over how because of this injury with Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis may be shut down for the remainder of the season. He avoided surgery with his left adductor strain, but now it seems like why not? Go get the surgery. Kyrie needs surgery. Go get healthy. We'll try again next year or maybe the year after, depending whenever everybody comes back. But like I said, in that same game against Sacramento Kings, there was another injury that we had. Legion Hoops tweeted out another blow. The Mavs will be without Jaden Hardy for a period of time after an ankle injury. And what's very interesting is that a period of time, it doesn't really give us an idea. And we've had many players this season deal with ankle sprains. It seems like that's the most common injury amongst all of our players. Just a few weeks ago, PJ Washington suffered his second or third ankle sprain. And he even said he felt like maybe he came back a little bit too soon. And so with Jaden Hardy being just another player added to our list of injured players going down with the ankle sprain, with that ankle sprain being one of the most prevalent injuries, it could have been his last game as a Maverick, as they may be looking to shut guys down that are injured. No point in just risking further injury, giving guys as much time as possible to rest and recover right before the summer, because I think it's fair to say at this point, the Mavericks are not making a deep playoff push. And we're about the 10th seed right now. If we fall any further, we're done. I really don't see us moving up in the standings unless something crazy just happens. But it's very, very, very slim chances to none that we actually do make the playoffs, so you may as well rest guys, give them this time off to recover and come back better next year. But the thing is with Jaden Hardy is that he really hasn't been impressing anybody this year. He had a short stint between December and January where he was the league's best three-point shooter. He was just having a crazy Linsanity run, a little Hardy party of his own, where he was looking like an amazing just role player for the Dallas Mavericks. And a lot of people, myself included, thought, okay, the trade deadline's coming up. Jaden Hardy's playing very well. Why don't we try to move Jaden Hardy for a piece to help this team be competitive? And as we all know, that was not the move that we made. We ended up trading Luka Doncic. We kept Jaden Hardy, but Jaden Hardy has also been dealing with injuries, specifically his ankles, which has caused him to miss time. If we take a look right here, well, let me just pull this up. In my video that I posted about 2 weeks ago, I went over how Brandon Williams is really going to be the replacement for Jaden Hardy. We're going to touch back on that topic later in this video. But in this video, a lot of people in the comment section were all saying how, oh, Jaden Hardy doesn't get enough consistent minutes. He goes out for a little bit, then Jason Kidd pulls him right out. He's a shooter. He needs to get in his rhythm. And I agree with a lot of those statements. That's what I've said about Jaden Hardy too. I've always felt like Jaden Hardy never really got the right opportunity to grow. but he is now in his third year, and it looks like he just hasn't really gotten any better, where players like Brandon Williams, who really goes many games without seeing any minutes, goes on the floor and has automatic impact even when there's no one out there. In the game before the All-Star break against the Miami Heat, he got outplayed by Brandon Williams. Brandon Williams looked amazing, where Jaden Hardy looked like he was the rookie and Brandon Williams was the third-year player. If we take a look right here, over his last 10 games, Jaden Hardy hasn't been really doing much, and I understand he's been injured in and out the lineup, and if we look at the very bottom, he played 9 minutes, he had 4 points, next game he had 5 minutes, the next game 19, so yes, I understand that his minutes do fluctuate, but in the Pelicans he didn't even play. The Warriors, he played 16 minutes, he was hurt for the Lakers game, the Hornets, he only played 3 minutes, then the Bucks, he played 22, then the Kings 16, then, he's out with injury from that Kings game, so he didn't play in the Bucks game the other night. But with those very inconsistent minutes and those inconsistent games to play, yes, he's not going to be able to produce every single night. I understand that. But when you are a third-year player and you're getting outperformed by guys on a two-way contract who are spending most of their times dominating in the G League, you kind of expect more from a guy. If we take a look just in contrast to another player like Brandon Williams, just last week, Brandon Williams had a 34-point game in the G League. Williams ended with 34 points, shooting 10 of 21 from the floor, 3 of 8 from 3, and 6 of 6 from the free throw, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 steals in 41 minutes during the G League Texas Legends 122-118 win over the Long Island Nets on Sunday. Now, it is the G League. We all understand that guys can go out there, shine in the G League, and they come to the NBA and they struggle. I mean, look at Bronny James. He looks like the Michael Jordan of G League players, and then he looks like the Kwame Brown of Bronny James in the NBA. So obviously, you can't really take it too much or too serious when players ball out in the G League. But in the case of Brandon Williams, he is literally a walking double-double or a walking scoring machine at the very least while in the G League. I've seen him play many times for the Texas Legends, and he is the real deal. And even when he gets his number called up in the NBA for the Dallas Mavericks, he's outperforming Jaden Hardy. Jaden Hardy, I understand, I've said it many times, I'll keep saying it. Jaden Hardy has not had a consistent role with this team. We've tried using him as a point guard when he's really a two guard. We ask him to do too much, and obviously at this point in time, I think it's fair to say that we all know the type of player Jaden Hardy is. He is a scorer. He's going to look to score first almost every single time. His IQ, his basketball IQ isn't really there. He turns over the ball a lot, makes a lot of bad mistakes. He's a horrible defender. There's a lot of negatives to a game, although there is a lot of good things. He's a microwave scorer. He can get hot very fast, get you some points. He can score about a point a minute in most situations. But outside of that, you're not getting much from Jaden Hardy, where Brandon Williams, although he's also a smaller guard, is a better defender, surprisingly. He also has a better basketball IQ, a better passer, a better scorer, a more efficient scorer than Jaden Hardy. And because we just signed Jaden Hardy to a contract extension over the summer, we may be looking to move him already in this upcoming summer, as Brandon Williams, who is only on a two-way contract, is giving you more production than Jaden Hardy and is cheaper than Jaden Hardy. Well, at the trade deadline, I think we all know now that this team is trying to save money by any means. So Jaden Hardy over the summer may get traded alongside someone else. We may package him up with someone like Caleb Martin, who has yet to play for the Dallas Mavericks, and we've talked about Caleb Martin before. He is a great defender. He is a very good role player to come off the bench, and he could really help the Dallas Mavericks. But with the direction that this team is going for the rest of the season, where it's no point in really trying to win these games, may as well just tank the season, try to get a good draft pick, try to get a good pick in the lottery. Caleb Martin, you haven't even played at all. The other day, a report came out that the Dallas Mavericks have assigned forward Caleb Martin to the Texas Legends of the NBA G League. Same day, they also recalled him. So it doesn't really seem like there's any interest to play Caleb Martin at all this year, as there also isn't a lot of interest to even really win games, as it seems. And that's no fault to anybody, just the fact that we can't stay healthy. But in the case of Jaden Hardy, if he's going to be out for, and I'll throw the report back up, if he's going to be out for a period of time, which the Dallas Mavericks, they never want to tell us whenever anybody's going to come back or how long they're going to be out. It's very rare that we get a real answer unless it's something serious. But for Jaden Hardy, this to me reads as we're probably going to shut him down. He's had 2 or 3 ankle sprains this season. There's no point in rushing you back. We have less than 20 games to go. And over the summer, you get healthy, we'll package you up. We'll try to get some picks back, as we really don't have that many first-round picks or second-round picks after 2026. The Dallas Mavericks may try to recoup their losses and go in a different direction, and Jaden Hardy may just be that trade asset. But as always, in this new segment that we're doing of Guess That Maverick, check it out. This is the Maverick today. He's someone that has a very bold personality that brings a lot of energy to the Mavericks, and he is a current Dallas Maverick. So go ahead, drop in the comment section who you think this young Maverick may be. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for being so far to the video. Make sure to check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. Consider becoming a channel member. We are doing a giveaway every single month on the channel. Only way to enter our giveaways is to become a channel member of any tier. But till next time, y'all take care. Drink water. Peace.